Nope. We should also look at these back houses. We haven't been along here. You guys have anything special? No, but there is a chest hidden here somewhere. Hello. Just as well I came to check the fox statues, hey. So that's where I need to go. Is there anything along here? Other than some kid just jumping up and down. Nope, that seems like a negative. Alrighty then. Oh my gosh, I've been doing so much talking, my throat is really starting to hurt. Plus there was work yesterday, plus there's work tomorrow. Work, work, work. Hey, Hachi. Who are you? And what are you looking at, huh? Punk? What are you staring at me for? This tea is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Give me a crow's spittle any day. Ugh, never mind the tea. Even the scenery is bad, but with all these outlanders skulking about in an Inazuma shop. And they say that this is some high-end pad that only serves an upper-class clientele. This place might as well be a straw hut for as far as I'm concerned. Wow, can I just punch him? It'd make me feel better. If it weren't for an official assignment, I wouldn't have wanted to be here. Official assignment, you say? Oh, if it isn't all thanks to you outlanders. You sit and enjoy the fruits of others' hard work, and you always cause trouble. Wow, he's discriminated against me just because I'm not Inazuman. Take that guy from Shinazunaya, for example. He's been good for nothing all this time. He just wanders around asking about things, and he's been around forever. I have no idea who you're talking about. If it weren't for the fact that he's been staying in that lame old tea house, I would have... Bah! Why am I telling you this? Who are you anyway? You'd better watch it. Don't let me catch you doing anything bad. It won't be so nice if you get him away. He really needs a slap to the face. Hi!
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wow, don't have to be so abrasive about it, Kozue.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Wow, what an elitist bitch.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter, you bitch.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Thoma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Wait, Paimon's not taking her to task over being rude initially and then suddenly changing her tune? Because I take offense at this. How rude.
Well, now that we're here, where's Thoma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
I'm sorry, what now? He polymorphs?
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
You're a dog?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
No, it's not normal.
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
No.
All right.
Thank God for that.
My fun.
I was like, what? What kind of mythical creatures do they have here? Thank God for that.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived.
And they just let you behind the counter?
But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato.
I've already been to her house.
And whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
So how did we do in our test? The courage to face the
Let me
lightning?
just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
You mean Kazuha's friend?
Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly.
So will we be allowed to meet the Shirasagi Himegimi?
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located.
Been there, done that.
But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Where?
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the Omnipresent God. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
You know, it did occur to me that that could be scaffolding. Even though there's no way in freaking hell it looks like scaffolding, just its positioning and, you know, the way it was around the statue and in front of the statue, I was wondering if that was new. But I didn't say anything because it doesn't look like scaffolding. It's a goddamn boardwalk. So she's only recently put her own statue up. How interesting. Wait, that's all you want from here? Wait, you're the owner? Tadao-maru? That's a little concerning. You're handsome. Who's a handsome doggy? You are. I can't tell if he's happy or angry at me. Yeah! Oh. 180,000 more though. I'll take that. Whose food's this? Can I eat their dango? I don't want the tofu. Onigiri! I want to taste the onigiri. I haven't had any since I was in Japan. That was 5 years ago. Stupid COVID! Let me go back. Komodo Tea House is such a great place to drink tea. If only I had an old classical text on hand. About books from the past. Youngster, are you also interested in old tomes as well? Not bad. Kids like you are rare. You have to read these old classics slowly. 19. Are we at 18? See what I mean? I lose count. Doesn't matter. We're almost at 20 and that's a problem. Nowadays, I'm sorry. It's not that I disapprove of the younger generation. It's just the fact that Yay Publishing House has been focusing on light literature recently. I really can't accept that. Pondering, thinking, and coming up with the right words are all part of the fun of literature. Using simple and forgettable pleasures to win readers over, I don't think it's a good trend. Hey, come back here. I'm not done with you. It's hard to find a classy tea house in Inazuma nowadays. Indeed, only when those who understand real culture gather together can we maintain the serenity of this place. I heard from Kozue that you were invited... Oh, she's just sharing my information to people? That's being polite. By the Kamisato clan to Komodo Tea House. If Kozue is around, you can feel free to relax here. About Kozue. Many people have been taken in by Kozue's weak, girly appearance and have paid the price. I wasn't taken in by weak, girly appearance. I want to smack her in the face for her remarks. This girl is not just a talker. She can handle herself really well. She is the offspring of the Kamisato clan's retainers. Her swordsmanship is impeccable, then she's nowhere near as good as me. Anyway, with her skills, she's definitely qualified to be the gatekeeper of Komodo Tea House. Perhaps she's even overqualified. I don't think she's qualified at all. I think you got to work on her customer service skills because they are shite. Tadao-maru is very cute. It is an old friend of mine. Back in our Shumatsuban days, whatever that means, we were both well-known hunks. Shumatsuban? I'd be remiss to not mention my grand history if we're going to be talking about that. Back in the day, I was an instructor at the ninja village. Ugh, shudder. No one dared to not greet me when they saw me. Tadao-maru followed me around back then as well. We served the Kamisato clan loyally together. Now that both of us have retired, I'm not sure if they can still count on those young'uns. They're probably still expecting me to give them a score, I'll bet. I was hoping he would give me something, but he didn't. I feel chipped. My throat's really hurting. Hi, Nobumori. It's another... Do these people not care that I'm just busting into their private rooms? It's another peaceful, carefree day. May I ask who you are? Hello, welcome to Komodo Tea House. I am a doorman for the Kamisato clan and I work here. That being said, I really have nothing better to do except drinking tea here. It's far more relaxed. It's far more relaxed the days when I still had a version. Do you mean then the days? Okay, that must be number 19. Surely, number 19. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, no. He can't do anything because there's vision. He He has no purpose. Poor guy. I don't misunderstand. Even though I have lost my vision, I am not actually a victim of the Vision Hunt Decree. Oh, I lost mine in a competition, fair and square. Back when I was a polearm instructor, I challenged Kamisato Ayato to a duel of polearms. Having learned the secret techniques of the Kitain school, I thought I was inevitable. But as you might expect, how could I defeat Kamisato Ayato with my limited skill after losing a head of my vision over? Strangely, losing the vision felt like letting go of a heavy burden. Those obsessions I had before all disappeared. From that day forth, I no longer stepped into the Kamisato clan estate and became a doorman instead. Kamisato Ayato not only has excellent swordsmanship, but has great skill with a polearm. Yeah, but what do you do with the vision? It's really an honor that I can still serve him as an ordinary doorman. And it's not as if a peaceful life is easy to come by. As for me, I no longer need to slave away for some glittering little ball. You've crossed blades with Kamisato Ayato. That's my youthful ignorance. Please forget about it. In my current job, I probably won't be needing a sword or spear. My skills with the spear are probably of little use. If you don't mind, please accept it. Wow. Thanks. I'll take. Bye, Taro Maru. Bye, evil lady. Ugh, what am I even doing? Nope, nope, nope. Because it doesn't look like scaffolding, but the positioning was just really odd.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they?
I doubt that. No one likes the woman.
Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Yeah, I had noticed that on the sides.
Visions.
Wait, she put visions in her statue? Bitch.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into this statue?
Well, I think it's been more than the handful that are in her wings. I think it's gonna be a lot more than that, Paimon.
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree?
We heard about it across the sea. Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt Decree?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
So what's Inazuma? The city of slavery for those who have visions?
As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
But why? You're not immortal.
The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Why have none of you, like, as a people, risen up against her?
As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt Decree,
I just don't get why some people are allowed to keep theirs and other people aren't. Why is Thoma allowed to keep his? Why is bloody Kamisato Ayaka allowed to keep hers? It just seems so weird and arbitrary. Can someone in the game explain this to me in story?
perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
You don't have that many.
And this statue of the Omnipresent God can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
It's a symbol of oppression.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun.
Yeah, but they're probably thinking it.
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
That was interesting.
Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that sounds just now?
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
How can I touch the statue? There's like 2 meters between it and me. I don't have Mr. Incredible's arms. Not Mr. Incredible? Mr. Fantastic? Fantastic? Mr. Fantastic. I don't have his arms. So, yeah, no. I can hear the sound of people's aspirations.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition.
So I'm feeling the ambition of the visions in the statue.
So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So a vision symbolizes ambition and not power.
All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
We're just gonna move on, huh?
Finally!
I wasn't done. I still have so many questions. Stupid lady. Go die. Anywho, we're going to fast travel. And then we're going to grab that achievement. Oh gosh, that's a lot of movement. Excuse me, Hirano. Thank you. Hi, gentlemen. Long time no see. I saw you like an hour ago.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to top the Jade Chamber.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests.
But how can she see who her guests are? Does she have holes in the screen?
Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
This is slightly anticlimactic.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
She's totally already on my team.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Thoma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times.
Oh, right. She would be massively needing me because if she's trying to stop the Sokoka Decree and the Vision Hunt especially, I would be like her greatest ally in all of this.
At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I'm just here to meet the Raiden Shogun. I did not come to start a rebellion. Rebellion definitely needs to be started.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
God, she's just so inflexible. She helped the people of Mondstadt. She helped the people of Liyue. But now she's got to the point where it's like, fuck y'all, deal with your shit on your own. Where did your kind-hearted nature go? That you're just going to leave these people in need? I don't like this. Why am I going to leave? There are people suffering and we're not going to help?
no, please, wait. Please, don't go.
What?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
The traveler listens while Kamisato Ayaka tells the story of the three visionless
A
people.
warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct.
Does Paimon got
Please
that right?
do all
Ew.
you can to help them. I will await your return here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
I don't see through you, Thoma. I hope it marks these people on my map so I don't have to go manually finding them all. Achievement. Person number 1. Conda Village.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Mahiru.
Precisely.
Thank
It's
you.
much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Tejima.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
Why would I? I don't know the man. What's happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did?
The world doesn't revolve around you, Mahiru.
We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
So why the change?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
Wait, we've met him before. This is the dude from this house, isn't it?
Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
But he's lost his soul. More or less.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I
Yes,
want
the
to
dude doesn't
leave,
remember why he's
but
here.
a question of what reason I would have to stay.
Everyone depends on you.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
I can understand that thought process.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right?
Depends on if he feels the reason anymore.
But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Are you an idiot, Paimon? Who am I talking? Yeah, it's Paimon. Definitely an idiot.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
How manly.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
How is it that he's been in this house for like days or weeks, or however long it's been since he lost his vision, and he hasn't once found this diary?
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
A normal person would keep it in their house.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Bet you his diary's out in the elements, because that's normal.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
What shrine? Isn't that a Kami shrine? No. Shrine nearby. That would be you.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
I highly doubt it works that way, but sure, let's do it. Hand it back to him. Use elemental sight to find clues in the diary. What do you mean? Let me here, but there's nothing here. Oh, can I go inside the house? No. God, I wish it would just stay here. Vision.
Here we are.
I mean,
This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
if we become
Konda
separated
Village.
during war, go wait for me in
Sounds
Konda
so
Village.
familiar.
That'll be a
Where
safe
is that
home for us
place
there.
again?
Oh my god, you're an idiot, Paimon. What are you, 5?
So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh?
Paimon, you do realize it means that they're likely dead from the war, right?
Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, It's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Does it make you feel sad?
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
So do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
You might be waiting for all eternity, sir.
Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her?
Very.
When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
Losing a reason to feel sad is maybe the saddest thing of all.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Thoma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
I'm sure it's going to be just as sad as Tejima's story. I can't imagine it being any less sad about someone just losing their memories or their feelings. It's terrible. It's tragic. Quite tragic.